So I got a viewer question about wanting more details regarding how I did my my new table with the grids. I don't know if you recall before, but essentially I had one layer of MDF on the board, and now I've milled this side so it's nice and straight. But you can see the darker area, that's the area between two sheets. So my new table consists primarily of essentially three sheets: a lower, a middle, and an upper, with the mid being what was here previously and which is bolted down to the actual ribs, cross ribs in the table. So what I did first was set up to mill these lower pieces, and you can see that they only exist between these ribs, and the lower pieces essentially are just drilled on a regular pattern to hold these threaded nuts. What do they call these again? I got these from Reed Supply. They're threaded inserts. I think they were 2 or 3 cents a piece. They're made out of zinc, so they're not super strong, but they're more than adequate for what we need to do. Moral of the story is, don't really maul down on your nuts, because it will strip out the threaded inserts from the MDF. I did that once, and that's the last time I'll do that. Okay, so then the top layer of MDF is just a regular layer, nothing special about it. It is glued down to the other layer, the middle layer, and then it's drilled out with these half-inch holes on the same spacing that will allow me to reach the threaded inserts below. Okay, so essentially I just cut these out to shape, or actually milled the holes first to accept the threads, then cut it out, then spent the time and put all of the threaded inserts in there. They go up from the bottom, and then I had the help of some friends. We were able to glue them up underneath by essentially putting a bolt down through the top to hold and sandwich it while the glue set. And that was how I put that together. All in all, I think there are somewhere around 2,000 holes. They're on 1.5 inch spacing. They start right above this member and go all the way to just about over top of the last member over here. And that allows me to place jigs on the table in known and fixed locations. And then what I did is I just bought some extruded aluminum. They're 1/2 inch size, and you can see that it is a snug fit, but they will fit in there, and you use those as locating pins. Just cut them off and put them in your fixtures. The other thing is, like, you can do very simple hold down jigs. This is just a piece of 2x4 with a drill hole in it and roughly equal size block to what I was working on over here, which was just some 1x material, and I was just jointing the edge with the router. Very nice setup, very functional. It doesn't take long to switch in between different jigs. It kind of extends the functionality without having to go to the expense and operating expense and noise levels of a universal vacuum hold down system. Although it would be possible to set up plenums underneath each one of these sections if you still wanted to create a vacuum zone in the top table. And someday I may do that, but I don't do a whole lot of full sheet processing. And for full sheet processing, what I do is essentially, well, I have it over here. I have a full sheet of plywood here with holes that, just a few of them, or full sheet of MDF with just a few holes in there, and I lay that on top of there, and this is just completely sacrificial. And then I can use my Raptor nail gun to shoot down from the top, and the nails will hold into this, and it'll hold it all in position. It's a much cheaper solution overall than a universal vacuum, but if you're going to do a lot of sheet processing, you really want to have that universal vacuum. But so far, the most sheet processing that I've done is to process all the plywood for this table. And I think overall it turned out very well. All the parts fit together very well. Yeah, it took a lot of work. My dad came out and helped me do some of the assembly, which was great. And so, yeah, things coming together. I am very excited to have this functional in the shop, and once I get my bench done, it will be a very, very nice shop to work in. So anyway, if you have any other questions, just post them in the comments sections on some of the videos, or send me an email and I'll try and answer them as best as I can. Alright, thanks. Bye.